Hi greedy 3Ders, today we're going to be playing with some new resin from JamgHe. This is their water washable ABS-like resin. I've not used this before, so we're going to have a little play with this and see what sort of results we can get with it. Now what you always get with JamgHe resins in the box is one of these little bags, and if you open the bag, make sure you don't throw it away, you get a freebie. And today I've got a free pair of gloves. You can either get some filter paper, if you're really lucky you'll get a USB stick, if you're really lucky you'll get all three. But it's a lovely little touch from JamgHe. Now one thing I do want to say about these guys is they have sent me this resin to have a play with, but they've not given me any constraints. They've not said you must do a video, they've just supported my channel from early doors really, and they just send me stuff to play with no pressure, no strings attached at all. So thank you JamgHe, thank you for your support, your continuing support in both the resins and the PLAs, and thank you again for being a company that doesn't ask for anything in return. It's a marvellous thing to see in this day and age. Let's test this resin and see how we get on. So we're going to be using the JamgHe water washable ABS-like resin in the HeyGears Utracraft Reflex printer. As you know, I harp on about this printer, and I keep saying, and I will keep saying, it is the best printer so far in 2024. So I'm just pouring it into its 750ml vat. No real smell to this. It runs reasonably well. It's not thick, it's not viscous, but you've got to remember in the UK at the moment we're having a bit of a heat wave, so the weather is beautiful. It's got in wonderfully. So let's do an exposure test. I am going to do the frozen XP test that I usually do, and I'm going to be using the PAP 10 setting on the HeyGears Utracraft Reflex. So that's PAP 10. 17 minutes later, here it is, all printed wonderfully, and I'm going to get it off the build plate. It's slipped off the build plate, lovely. Now this is water washable resin, so I am going to clean it in just some clean water with a little bit of soap in there, and I'm using a toothbrush, a sort of soft toothbrush, just to agitate it around, and then I'm going to cure it in the reflex curing station. Let's have a closer look at this test sample. Now as I was cleaning this off, I knew I had something special. Recently had a very good result with an Elegoo resin, but I've got to be honest, this one pips the post by a long way. The quality of the test print here, I've not seen anything quite as crisp as that. I've seen good and I've seen really good, but this is excellent. Oh, it is just perfect. Look at the detail in that. Look at the holes, look at the finite detail. It is beautiful. I think I found the best resin I've used so far on the HeyGears Utracraft Reflex, and it's a water washable resin, which in the past they've had a bit of a bad reputation, but my god, look at the quality and the detail in that. So let's print something sexy. This is the ghoul from Couton Sculpts from Fallout TV series. Let's get this one on there and let's get it printed. So onto the blueprint slicer, which is the HeyGears own slicer. I've used the one-click slice to do all the work with it. Let's get it across to the HeyGears. I'm going to send it over via LAN, and I can't wait to see this one printed. So again, the other wonderful thing about the HeyGears printer is you can just send it across wirelessly to the machine through LAN. You've got a USB stick if you want it, and once it gets to the printer and you tell it to print, I love this feature, and I've said this before, it stirs the resin as it warms it. Incredible. I did pop my head in and have a quick look about an hour or two in just to see how we were getting on, and everything is printing wonderfully. And when it had finally finished and everything had printed, oh, the countdown, there it is. Everything looks like it's printed absolutely beautifully. So the tune that the HeyGears kindly plays you when it's finished sounded, and there it is, all done. What gets me with this printer and this resin as well is the supports are, it's kind of like there's nothing holding things in place, because they literally just fall off the supports. Just look how easy it is to get that off. I haven't done anything with it, I haven't heated it, I haven't done anything. It just falls off. I can't believe that these supports actually hold these prints in place, but they do, and they do it marvellously. Now the other great thing about good settings and supports, etc., and resin is getting this stuff off your build plate, and it came off really easily. It's kind of perfect. It is how I would expect it to be. And the supports themselves, when we have a look at them, they're nice and bendy and they're squidgy, and they are so very strong. Amazing. So I'm going to clean it in just water again, exactly the same way before. No IPA, no detergent, anything like that. And let's have a look at the ghoul. Once I've cured him, he looks incredible. The quality of what I'm seeing there is perfect. I've got to give it a little bit of a dust off, I guess, because there's some little bits on, but that's my bag. That's nothing to do with this. But the quality, the detail, the finer points, and this resin is definitely not brittle. As you can see there, I'm using my thumb to just bend it and play with it, and it's not brittle, it's not moving. Just look at that there. That gives you an idea of how wonderful the resin is. It's not snapping, it's giving it a little bit of flex. Just have a look on the back of it at the detail. It's smooth, it's crisp, the finer details are there. All the rips in his coat and all the idiosyncrasies of his coat are there. I'm going to have a look with my BenQ camera a little bit closer, and yeah, the detail is incredible. So the HeyGears Utracraft Reflex, along with the JamgHe resin, has produced another wonderful, wonderful combination. I'm chuffed with it. So another 100% success with the HeyGears Utracraft Reflex and some JamgHe water washable ABS-like resin. The perfect combination. The ghoul is printed gorgeous. It's printed perfectly, as you've seen. The rest of it is in there printing as we speak, so look out for a forthcoming video when I'm going to be showing you the making and the painting of the ghoul. But I think you'll agree with me that the HeyGears is definitely worth its weight in salt. It's doing everything I ask it to do. It's printing with third-party resins perfectly, absolutely perfectly, with no messing around with settings, no messing around with lift distances and all the rest of it. That is an absolute bonus for us 3D printers. Now, if you check my description for the HeyGears, you'll see there's a bit of a discount going on with it. You've got to be quick though, the discount ends early August. So if you want one of these and you want to save $200, click the link, get in there and get 2 free bottles of their PARP resin also. Well, I hope you've enjoyed that today. I hope you found it useful and interesting. I really do enjoy testing resins in this printer. If you like what you see today, please subscribe to the channel. Think about joining the Greedy 3D Patreon. And thank you to my Patreons. You guys are absolutely fantastic. It won't be long before I'm back with another video. I might be doing something else in this, or I might be painting the ghoul up. Let's see. Stay tuned to Greedy 3D. Thanks for your support, guys. See you soon.